Hey guys, welcome back to Step by Step, a TNS podcast. Today we're going through the new A troop in season 8, who was apparently a team full of rookies. So we got our new A troop when Cleo said that she wasn't confident in B troop to go to nationals. Nick ran into Michelle, who gave him the idea of hosting the challenge. Nick hosted the challenge and we got our new A troop. We gained Anthony, Abby, Jet, Dylan, Xander, Heath and Daisy. The members who we lost were Presley, Marcus, Maya and Cleo. The B troop members who got into the new A troop were Izzy, Ethan, Pete, Jude, and former A troop member Kenzie became the new dance captain after leaving Step Inside. This new A troop was ranked 63rd out of 64 teams in the SNI Nationals ranking, as the only person who had actually been to regionals was Kenzie, and she wasn't even a main dancer on A troop at the time. As Kenzie's first act as dance captain, she asked Ethan, Daisy and Abby to create a trio for her. Ethan thinks it's for nationals, and because he has been at the studio the longest, he tries to take charge. Kenzie then comes back and says that this trio has nothing to do with nationals, and it was something to test how well they could all work together. Kenzie became the dance captain and finally got the spotlight that she had always wanted. Rochelle wasn't too happy when Kenzie left Step Inside, but they did still remain friends. After Step Inside, Nick went on holiday to meet Moxie's family, and he left Kenzie as studio head while he was gone, which was a lot of pressure for Kenzie with being dance captain and now the studio head. Kenzie chooses 3 dancers, Ethan, Daisy and Abby, to audition for National Soloist of the Year, and Abby gets chosen with her Acrofusion solo. Kenzie also gives her former teammate a chance in the A troop. She partners Heath up with Daisy to create a duet for nationals. Daisy at the time didn't trust Heath one bit after his reputation of being the mole of A troop and spilling all secrets to Tiara Bling. Daisy finally trusts Heath, but when she sees him talking in Middle C to Lucian and Grace, she accuses him of being a spy, which breaks her trust. Kenzie also must choose an alternate for nationals. She ends up with Pete as first alternate and Izzy as the second one. Izzy places their blame on Ethan, who told them to add turns into their solo even though Izzy couldn't do them. Anthony becomes suspicious of Jude's new choreography as he sees her getting it off Cleo. After this, Jude offers to be the alternate and Pete gets moved up into A troop and Izzy becomes the first alternate. A couple days later, Lucian comes and visits TNS and destroys their confidence in the team and each other, saying how the new A troop will never live up to the old A troop. Kenzie chooses Rochelle to do the online hyped in challenge for an extra 5 point at nationals. Anthony becomes the first one to find out about this and questions why Kenzie didn't tell the team about it. When he finds out she chose Rochelle, who isn't even on A troop, Anthony starts to question if Kenzie even believes in the team. Although the next step did qualify for nationals by winning regionals in season 6, but in season 7 they had to re-qualify because B troop was going instead of A troop. The previous members of B troop who were on the team know that they did qualify and know that they were good enough to go, but they still didn't feel that way. Dylan's sister Margot, who was famous in the dance world, becomes a surprise judge at nationals. Dylan was in the small group, but they ran off stage before they could get the team disqualified. Kenzie had to step in last minute, which got Jude annoyed because she was the alternate and that was her job. At nationals, Heath and Daisy take a bus back to the studio right before their nationals duet. Daisy starts to clean mirrors, a way of earning Heath's trust back. Before the finals, Lucian and Ultra Elite takes TNS props and costumes so they couldn't perform. Pete, Heath and Ethan were in charge of finding new costumes, and Anthony and Jude had to come up with a whole new dance. Jet does come back in time, so Izzy is the first alternate again, when Jet gives up her spot for Izzy so they can dance. Xander then gives up his spot for Jet so that Jet can dance at least once on the national stage. In the end, they beat Ultra Elite, but we were left on a cliffhanger when Grace and the rest of the Elite team came in and asked Kenzie for help because Maria and Lucian shut down Ultra Elite. So in the end, I think that new A troop were a bunch of rookies, but they did prove themselves by the end of the season. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!